What if I told you that by spending a few minutes, few hours on doing some stuff right now could pay dividends and grow you food for years to come? Stay with me. I'm going to show you how you can turn in and make an abundance of food for you and your family by doing just a few simple things. We've got right here, this is part of my food forest that we put in. This stuff right here is about a year, year and a half old. But right here, we've got a peach tree that's doing pretty decent. It's leafing out real good, coming out. But the nice thing is it's not just planted by itself. This is a system that's going to grow you a perennial food from now to for years and years with very, very little work in this. We put in work on the front end. What we did on this area, we came in, I mowed the grass down. Caroline is wanting to say hi to everybody. Hello, Caroline. She wants some attention. But what we did on this, I mowed the grass down real short. We laid a couple layers of cardboard and put wood chips on it and then started planting in there. It's not rocket science. But what we've got around here, we've got dandelions and garlic planted around these fruit trees to ward off any of the rabbits and deer. They just don't like the smell of that. But in return, you got the daffodils look nice in the springtime. Then you've got garlic in the fall that you can come in and harvest. We've got comfrey planted around this. We've also, this is one of the herbs that died off and it's not come back. That's some thyme, but we've got oregano on the other side. So you've got herbs that are planted around here, but this is just part of it. And you can look down the driveway. We've got apple trees, pear trees, peach trees going down with essentially the same thing around it. There's a few raspberries planted here and there. But we'll go over on the other side to where the bigger food forest is and show you some stuff down there. This area of the food forest is the newest part of it. We put this in November, right after the festival. We've got apple and pear trees up here, and same thing like on the other section by the driveway. We've got garlic and daffodils planted around. I've not gotten all my herbs in here yet on this, but and then in this new area, you can see the light, the stuff closest to me with the light colored wood chips is what we put in November. And then the stuff that's down there with the darker wood chips, and we'll go down there in just a minute and show you what it looks like. That was put in about a year and a half ago. But in the new section, when we planted it in November, we put about 300 strawberry plugs. The strawberries are doing pretty decent right now. I've got a few blooms on the new stuff. But the other stuff is amazing. I mean, it's just totally covered the ground. But this is passive food production. Like I said, you put in the work up front and do very, very minimal work with it, and it's going to produce food for you and your family for years to come. I moved this on down. What you're looking at now, this is about a year and a half old food forest right here. All the white blooms that you see, that is all strawberries. And it looked like the part we were just on a year and a half ago. We planted little bitty strawberry plugs, and last year they've essentially almost taken everything over. I had strawberries starting about the middle part of May all the way up almost till October. Almost every day I was coming down here getting berries. This year it's going to be 2 or 3 times as good just because of the ground cover. But we've got just tons of food down here that really doesn't look like food to, you know, the average person. They'll see some trees and maybe some flowers and stuff, but they really don't understand that there's food in here that you can eat. I want to take you around and show you some of the stuff. Right here, we've got a comfrey plant. Right here, we've got some herbs that we put out that are looking gangbuster. Here's one of the fruit trees. That's an apple tree that is just doing amazing. These branches have not been trained to come over sideways. They've just naturally grown like that. But you can see all the strawberries that are coming up. Let's get over here in the shade where it'll pick it up a little bit better. But yeah, all this right in here, these are all strawberry plants, and all those blooms hopefully will turn into strawberries. We've also got, there's another comfrey plant. Right here is a pear tree that's doing awesome. Right here is one of our blueberry bushes, and you can see it's got flowers that are going to be coming out, so it'll have berries pretty soon. There's another apple. These two trees, that tree and that tree right there are plum trees. They're looking pretty decent. And as you can see, the ground is just littered with strawberries down here. There's another comfrey plant. The comfrey's growing great. I'm amazed at what the comfrey's doing. That's looking back up to the new part of the food forest. You see, with very minimal effort, and all I did, I'm not an expert on this by any means whatsoever, but when William Bond came by and hung out with me after the festival, I showed him all this stuff. He said, Jason, he said, your stuff is right on point. It looks amazing. And I'm like, that's awesome, because I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm no expert. And all we did on this area, I came in and mowed the grass short. We laid a couple layers of cardboard on it, and then put down wood chips, and then started planting our stuff. And the soil is just amazing underneath this. Out in the yard is all pretty much just clay. You could not stick a shovel in that to save your life right now. But out here, once you get out in the center of it, where we've been building our soil up, you can drive a spade in it like nobody's business. It's just night and day. Anytime you take a scoop of soil out of there, there's earthworms in it that are feeding the soil and everything. But guys, this is kind of, everybody is busy right now. Everybody's like, I don't have time to do this. I don't have time to do that. This is a passive food production system. Yeah, it's not going to feed you 100%. You're not going to get everything you need out of this. But I put maybe 30 minutes in the summertime a week into coming down here and pulling a few weeds here and there, and then I spend a little bit more time picking strawberries. But as far as maintenance, maybe 30 minutes a week in the summertime doing that. We've got such a thick layer of wood chips that it stays nice and moist in there, and the soil doesn't really dry out. But guys, this is some of the stuff in the preparedness aspect. Strawberries are expensive. Fruit's expensive. Your garlic's expensive. You've got to where you can grow this in a preparedness aspect and not have to do a whole lot. Then the time that you would be down here taking care of this, mowing around, all doing this, you can spend doing other things in your preparedness journey or your homesteading stuff. Guys, this is something to think about. It's almost like a prepper forest, is what we could call it. I mean, it's a prepper food forest. I spend very little time. I get an abundance amount of stuff out of here. So guys, think about it. Yes, it's going to take, a year or so to really get some good production out of it. We'll do some videos that'll show you kind of how much production I'm getting out of it this year, because this older section is probably really going to go gangbusters and have a lot of production out of it. But guys, that's something for you to think about, and we'll talk to you later.